Hello everyone, myself I am Saranya, working as an assistant professor in CSE AIML department in MLR Institute of Technology. Today we are going to discuss the topic about SSL. It is nothing but a secure socket layers process. So firstly we need to know what is meant by secure socket layer and working of the SSL and also the protocols of SSL. So coming to the first slide of the what is meant by secure socket layer. So basically the secure socket layer, it provides the security and also encryption between the web server and the browser. So basically this web server and browser also ensuring data privacy and also the integrity during the online communications. So basically it is a provides and security and also the connection between web server and also the browser, data privacy and also the integrity. These are the things should be done in the security protocol of SSL. So basically it was created by Netscape in the year of 1995. So to ensure the privacy, authentication and also the data integrity in online communications. So SSL is the older version of what we now call as TLS, that is nothing but a transport layer security. We can see in the next video of transport layer security. In this video, I'm going to explain the secure socket layer. So working of SSL. So what is the main purpose of the working of SSL? So there are three types. One is encryption, authentication and data integrity. Encryption is nothing but we are going to encrypt the data over the web and also the ensuring the privacy. So if someone want to interrupt our data, there will be an jumble of characters, means that is nearly impossible to decode the information. The next one is authentication. So authentication process is called as an handshake between the two identities, means whether they are going to making of to both parties, that is known as authentication. The next one is data integrity. So data integrity is nothing but the data should not be tampered by or while they are verifying such kind of data is received by the exactly to the sender or not. That is the data integrity. These are the three types of the working process in SSL. The next one is secure socket layer protocols. There are four types of secure layer SSL protocols. One is SSL record protocol, handshake protocol, change cipher specific protocol and alert protocol. So see here, firstly handshake protocol and the change cipher specific protocol, alert protocol and HTTP. In this contains the SSL record protocol. Basically the SSL record protocol, it also contains the TCP and IP processes. Coming to the first type of the protocol is nothing but a SSL record protocol. In this SSL record protocol, it contains two services to the SSL connection. One is confidentiality and another one is message integrity. So basically this SSL record protocol application is also divided into the sum of the fragments. Means it is nothing but a compressed and it should be encrypted through MAC. MAC is nothing but a message authentication code. So by seeing a previous video of MAC, you can understand easily how this SSL record protocol is done. And it also generates algorithms like SHA and also the MD5. By using these two algorithms also, the fragment should be compressed. Secure hash protocol and also the message digest version of 5 is also the appended. After that encryption of the data is done, the last SSL header should be appended to the data. So we can see example of SSL record protocol. Firstly, it should be having the application data. This application data is going to divide into the fragments. This fragments is again done into the compression form. In this compression form, it should be divided by both the compression and also the message authentication code. By both compression and also the MAC is done. After this both is done, it should be contained to the encryption process. This encryption process should be done here are for ensuring privacy and also the jumble of the characters. That what here done in the encryption process. The next one is SSL header appended. So after that mainly SSL header means we are done of the encryption process, it contains the SSL header. That are the application data is divided into fragments, and this fragment is done into the two ways, that is the compression part and also the MAC. This after this completion, the whole output will be getting an SSL header. The second one is handshake protocol. So what this handshake protocol will be done? It is used to establish the sessions between allows the client and also the server to authenticate each other, means by sending some of the messages to each other. So by completing of this handshake protocol, it uses the 4 phases to complete its life cycle. That is, phase 1, it contains the both client and server, and it also mainly sends the hello packets to each other. And this IP session, it contains the cipher suite and the protocol version. So see here, firstly in the phase 1, it is going to establish one connection, and in phase 2, server authentication. In phase 3, client authentication. In the phase 4, handshake will be ends. So basically, of this starting of the connection of establishing connection, basically it established connection between two, means server and the client. So what is server and the client? So basically this is the two. One is client and another one is server. So in the phase 2, what we are going to send? It sends some of the certificate, means the server is going to request some of the client's certificate in the server authentication process. After this other server authentication process in the phase 2, the client sends automatically certificate. It is going to be exchanged by the client authentication process. After this whole completion of this process, the changing of cipher will be done and the handshake will be also the finished. That is the phase 4. It is nothing but a handshake ends. For each and every process, it should be an going to the backwards and also coming to the forward direction, backward direction and also the forward direction. That are the 4 phases in the handshake protocol. Let's see here in this IP session, the cipher suite and also the protocol versions are there for the mainly of security purposes. After this phase 2, the server is going to be certificates. The server end phase 2 by sending server hello to the end packet. That is the phase 2. So basically what is done in the phase 3, it is going to client replies to the server whatever the sender is sending the certificate, and also should be done in the client exchange key. So that was the 3 phases. After this completion of the 3 phases, the change cipher will occur, and also after this handshake protocol will be ended. That are the 4 phases in the handshake protocol. The third one is change cipher protocol. So this protocol basically uses the SSL record protocol. Unless the handshake protocol is completed, the SSL record output will be an pending state. In change cipher protocol is nothing but, for example, handshake protocol is completed means it will be an pending state. Unless means here observe the word unless mean. So unless the handshake protocol is going to be completed, the SSL record output will be an pending state. So the pending state is converted into the current state. So after this converted to the current state, it consists of single message which is 1 byte in the length, means, and it can have only one value. So that is the only one value or 1 byte in the change cipher protocol. So this protocol purpose is to cause the pending state to be copied into the current state. The main theme of the change cipher protocol is to pending state to be copied into the current state. That is the 1 byte here. Then fourth one is alert protocol. So what will be done in the alert protocol? It is basically used to convey SSL related alerts to the peer entity process. It mainly contains the 2 bytes. One is in the level of first byte and the alert of 1 byte. So level equals to 1 in the warning of level. So basically this alert has no impact on the connection between the sender and the receiver. So what will happen in some of them are, one is going to be happen of bad certificate, means when the received certificate is corrupted, and the next one is no certificate means not available. Certificate expired means certificate has to be expired, and it also the unknown means any unspecified issue should be happened, and also the unacceptable. And next one is notifying the process, means will no longer should be any messages in the connection. The next one is unsupported certificates, means this type of certificates received is not should be supported. Certificate revoke. So already after this completion, the certificate revoke is nothing but it should be an list of revocation. That are the warning level equals to 1. The next in the alert protocol, the level equals to 2 contains of fatal error, means the alert breaks the connection between the sender and the receiver. So alert break means the connection should be stopped and cannot be resumed but can be restarted. So after the restarting, the sum of the theme are handshake failure, decompression failure, illegal parameters, bad record MAC, and also the unexpected messages. So in handshake failure, when the sender is unable to negotiate and also an acceptable set of security parameters, given the options below, one is decompression failure. Decompression function is nothing but it receives improper input, means it should not receive proper input, it can receive improper input. The next one is illegal parameters. In this illegal parameters, when the field is nothing but a out of range with the other fields, that are the main theme of the illegal parameters. What will contain in the bad record MAC, means incorrect MAC was received in the bad record. Then after that, unexpected message. Unexpected message is nothing but a inappropriate message is received. That are the two levels. First one level is warning level of 1 byte, and next one is fatal error of level 2. These are the two levels in the alert protocols. So in today's session, we have discussed about the SSL, secure socket layer. In the next session, we are going to discuss about the transport layer security. Thank you.